He asked for permission. Again, the key word is permission to do our Dharma, fasting Dharma, the fasting training at our temple. So we started with 9 days. This is the second time she did it. So 9 days, and the first 9 days you only drink 1 cup of water. Okay, you eat nothing. Okay, you drink nothing but 1 cup of water a day. That's our specialized training. Again, I stress that you need permission. It's done under supervision. You don't do it casually because it's a rather difficult Dharma and dangerous Dharma, you will. And then after that, she said, well, I feel good, so let me try a little bit longer. So I said, how about 12 days? He says, okay, 12 days. And then she says, how about 18 days? I said, okay. So we went to 18 days. 18 days was last night, 10 p.m. Why is she still fasting? It's because I told her, you know, you might want to do 2 more days. And this is where we are. I asked her to come up here to tell you that it's remarkable for someone to do 18 days. So she's going for her 20th days. Okay, applaud to encourage her, and look at her. After 18 days and 19th day, how does she look like to you? She look okay to you? She looked very peaceful compared to her normal self. Her normal self is always looking and very critical eyes. Look at how self-contained, how relaxed she is in her eyes. Does it show? Usually she walks around and says, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. You know, very judgmental. Now, when you have nothing to eat after 18 days, what do? You don't bother with that anymore. You only worry about yourself. You see? That's what meditation is supposed to do for you as well. You don't look outside. You look inside only at yourself. Okay? Yeah, it's called returning the light and look within. That's how you become relaxed and open your wisdom. Okay? Wisdom is achieved by looking inside, not looking outside. Looking outside is knowledge. Looking inside is wisdom. We wise people look inside. Okay? So I want to stress to you this specialized training here, the fasting Dharma here, the fasting method here, is one of the ways for us to help you, one form of Chan meditation to help you, even though it doesn't look like you're meditating, actually it's also meditation. And it helps you look inside eventually. After a few days, you're so hungry, you're so thirsty, you say, I'm not going to bother with him, with her, with all these people, because I have no energy to worry about all these unimportant things. Okay? It's about me. So you start looking inside only to conserve energy. Can you see that? And that's what she's looked like on the 19th day. Isn't it cool? And that's Chan meditation as well. All right? And also, by the way, she lost quite a few pounds, like close to 40. No wonder you look so much happier. Muốn nói gì không? Khó khăn thế nào? Share. I asked to share with us. Ask her to share with us her difficulties and challenges. 18 days, believe me, is very difficult to do. It takes a lot of blessings to be able to do that. You quit way before that. Trust me. Yeah. Muốn nói gì không?
Dạ thưa thầy, trường hợp của con thì con thấy cũng rất là an lạc, mà có một cái trở ngại là đến lúc nó đói bụng quá, cái bụng nó kêu cồn cào một chút, rồi con uống nước nóng vô thì nó bớt, rồi đôi lúc thì nó làm cho mình muốn ói.
She says that I feel very peaceful and blissful. It shows in her face, yes? Not her normally afflicted self. And then she says one challenge she has is that when she's hungry, the stomach kind of hurts. So she would drink warm water and it helps. But then it makes noises. And then without food inside, actually she feels like vomiting. Okay? That's how sensitive she is. She feels like vomiting because your digestive system has juices that it secretes whether you eat or not. So your regularly scheduled secretion of these juices are staying inside the stomach, so that it's a lot faster for her to get rid of it by vomiting. Number one, okay, that's the first reason. The reason number two, which is a bit more difficult for you to understand, is that when she, at her current state, she's cleansing her body of toxins. So the toxins around the digestive system, toxins from, hey, that's Lily right there with her flowers. Long time no see. So the toxins are coming out, especially her digestive system has a lot of toxins in that common area, that your navel right there. That's where a lot of your organs are, your core, the core of your body is. So it has a lot of very important organs there. And so in her cleansing state, all the toxins from the organs actually get to her stomach. So it has some toxins in there, and that's why occasionally she feels like vomiting, to push it out quicker. Okay? Instead of going through the intestine system, which takes forever, takes a day or two to go through that, all these curves and twists and turns of your intestines, it's much faster to push it out from your stomach by vomiting it. Does it make sense? Is that clear? So you see, it's a very natural process. She's worried about it, and I never said anything for the last 10 days because I wanted to test her resolve. If she really believes, then she will keep on going. If she doesn't believe, then she should quit. It's okay too. So by not telling her anything, then if she gets to this point, what it does, number 3, is that it strengthens her resolve, her faith in the training. That's also part of the training process. Okay? But sometimes you cannot explain everything to you, or we don't want to explain everything to you. Okay? And so it's a matter of whether you believe enough to go through the process so that you will open your own wisdom. We cannot open it for you. You have to open it yourself. Okay? Hiểu chưa? Nghĩa là phải cần cái kiên nhẫn. Nên ra cái chuyện nó rất là tự nhiên. Nothing to worry about. I feel, if you ask for my personal opinion, I think she could go for 27 days. But But we are pushing it a little bit. Okay, any other questions for her? Yes, the old monk has a question.
Tôi có một cái kinh nghiệm để chia sẻ với cô Nhật Lạc á, là đừng có sợ mình thiếu nước rồi uống cho nhiều vô nó sôi ruột. Khi mà cô thấy cái miệng cô khô, cô chỉ nếm một chút xíu cho nó ướt cái miệng, cái môi, cái lưỡi thôi. Nếu cần thì làm thêm, chứ đừng có uống theo mà khoa học mà mình uống cho đủ nước rồi nó làm khó chịu lắm. Thậm chí uống hơn nữa muỗng cà phê bắt đầu nó đắng.
He's also fasted for many days as well. And he says he has one advice to her is do not drink too much. Just because the stomach is uncomfortable and drinking makes you more comfortable, it's not a good idea. So drink enough, don't overdo it, okay? Because don't believe in the nutritionists and the doctors and those scientists have to tell you it's not the same circumstances. It is not the same normal state of most people. This is a specialized training.
Mình nước nhiều lắm, đừng có sợ mất. Uống nhiều vô quá hơn nữa muỗng cà phê bắt đầu nó đắng rồi. Đừng có uống nhiều vô không có tốt đâu.
Yeah, so it's best not to drink too much. For example, normally most of us need to drink water to flush out the toxins, right? And when you meditate, the toxins are flushed out by your chi. So you don't need to drink as much. Okay? So I meditated for a long time, for 20, 25 years. I don't drink that much water. And my friend, my Dharma friend, who also the same disciple, a disciple of Master YongHua, our late Chinese teacher, he says, how could you not drink? You're not drinking enough. I said, no, I don't need to drink enough. I drink enough to bring water to my body, but I don't need excess water to flush the toxins, because when you meditate, it's a normal process and much more efficient than flushing it out via using water. Okay, you want to see how I flush my toxins? Huh? This is how I flush my toxins. See this? That's much better way. Your water cannot flush out this kind of heavy-duty toxins. This is what happens when you meditate and your skill level a little bit higher. Okay? Your toxin will come out like this. Okay? It does not come out of water anymore. Got it? Đừng có sợ. Cái này nè, độc nó ra như vậy nè. All right, any other questions, comments? Okay, good. Về chỗ ngồi đó. Thank you.
Cảm ơn
Thank
thầy.
you very much. You see how good she is? And no need for any specialized diet or anything, or dietary aids to lose weight. She's losing so much weight within a few weeks. All right. Also, along with more news for you, for your entertainment, we also are officially open in Korea, in Cheongju, which is a city about 45-minute fast train ride from Seoul, in Korea. So we have our new way place there, our first way place, international way place out in Korea, and I went there in April and to take a look, because my local disciple requested us to bring Mahayana to Korea, and so we went there in the first part of April, end of March, and we found this building. She found this building among a few other choices, and and she is not in this photo. And then and then we signed a lease for 5 years, and so everything is completed. So we have a permit to operate as a temple in Korea. So this is our first way place in Korea. And in fact, her interest was to help bring Mahayana to Korea. Okay, so we opened the way place, and in Cheongju, not too far from Cheongju, it's about 20 minutes drive, 50-minute drive from Cheongju, the smallest city. And there's a bookstore in that Cheongju city, very old city in Korea. They invited us over to teach meditation. And this is these 4 photos are from them. First of all, you notice it's a very small room, so they don't practice social distancing, okay, at all, the Koreans. And they still have such a low infection rate. It's something maybe with the Korean diet or something. But look at this. I counted about over 20 people. 20 people, local people right there. And it's a bookstore. The first time I went to a bookstore upon invitation in the Irvine, Orange County area 10 years ago, it was about 5-6 people showed up. Here in Korea, 20 plus people showed up. Okay, they're all wearing masks, and the instructor is very much Xian An here. She's a disciple of mine. She came to me about 5-6 years ago as a lay person, and she had one wish is to, number one, get along better with her dad. It bothered her, it hurt her that she felt very bad, depressed, that she could not get along with her dad. She's the only child. Actually, she also has a younger adopted brother as well. But so it hurt her deeply that she could not get along with her dad. Okay? So I said, yes, I can help you. Okay? She has her own company. I said, yes, I can help you, teach you, become a better salesman. Yes, I can help. Chan meditation will help you get much better, get along with your dad. Okay? Get closer to your dad. You will become close buddies. And then finally, she says her third wish, her second wish actually is to teach meditation, because after a couple of years, she realized that Chan meditation helped her get what she wanted. She got along better with the dad, and she says, I see how beneficial Chan meditation did for me, so I want to help you teach Chan meditation to lay people. They don't know about you. I go around everywhere in the country, in the U.S., so I can spread the word. I said, yes, you can. At the time, I allow her to teach Chan meditation. She was third dhyana. After a couple of years, I said, now you can teach meditation. Okay? And then, about several months ago, she decided to quit her job, gave away her company, and became a left-home person. Okay, and so I sent her over to Korea to help bring Mahayana, do the footwork to bring Mahayana or Chan meditation to Korea. So the reason she's there, not only because she's bilingual, okay, but also because now she's third stage Arhat after 3 years. Okay, that's one of the highest levels in Korea right now. Okay, that's why I don't mince words. I choose my words very carefully. Okay, Mahayana is way beyond fourth stage Arhat, let alone third stage Arhat. Okay, So, yes, I promise my disciples I will bring Mahayana to Korea. Mahayana is what? Not in the books. It is in your brains. It's in your heart. It's in your mind. Okay? I will send people who are Mahayana levels of understanding to Korea very soon. Okay? We're working on it. Okay? So Mahayana is in a person who is able to understand Mahayana level of teachings, Mahayana level of Chan meditation. Is that clear? Okay? So I want you to see for yourself why I would invest doing that, because that to me is an investment. Okay? Because all these people, look at all these people, okay? These Koreans, we don't even know them. They came with all the masks. And my disciple, Meru Xian An here, is the only one. These two are also, this one is my lay disciple as well. This is a guest, Sunim, who came to stay with them for a few days. But you see, at Xian An's level, why do I brag about her level? Third stage Arhat is nothing for us. But let me tell you, third stage Arhat, if the COVID virus come into the body, because they do get infected, the virus gets killed. They cannot kill us. Okay? That's what you do, Chan meditation. Chan meditation, the virus come in, we kill them. Okay? They can't kill us. All right? And so that's why we're not stupid. Look at her. Not because the excuse might be that she needs to talk, so she doesn't wear a mask, but actually she's fearless because she's not worried about it. Okay, she's not worried about getting infected. Of course, we get infected by the COVID-19 as well as many other viruses. Okay, in the environment. That's the nature of our existence. And what do? We do Chan meditation to learn to defend ourselves, okay, and kill those viruses. Is it clear? Okay, so that's why she came to Korea, had been tested twice recently, still no infection. Okay, I went to Korea myself in April, as I said, also got tested, also became negative. Had negative as well. Okay, so the first thing you should notice is that yes, we are very strong. Our immune system very strong through Chan meditation, and these people here, they came and they all sat in full lotus. Okay, that's it. Only 3. What happened? I thought I gave you 4. Huh? It's more? Oh, there's more. Okay? And then, let's see. It's refreshing. Okay. Let's go into present mode. Okay, this how impressive these people are. They all sat in full lotus for an hour. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, you sit in full lotus for an hour like this. Okay, you have no fear of the COVID-19 virus. Okay, yeah. One person is not wearing mask. All right. Okay. Live without any fear. All right. Okay. Any questions? Cool. The Koreans, they are something else. Somehow not many people can sit in full lotus and are willing to sit in full lotus and bear the discomfort. Even Sienna herself, being Korean, she used to struggle for 3 or 4 years, could not sit for more than, cannot reach 1 hour mark. And now she sits for 3 or a few hours easily. You see? Yes, question? Okay. Huh?
Between 9 days of fasting and 9 days of 8 precepts, which one has more blessings or faster toward enlightenment? And can you continue the two, combine the two?
Fasting, of course. Because our fasting is a lot more, our fasting technique is a lot more intensive than the 8 precepts. Dharma. Okay? It's a specialized process that we don't we train you under supervision. That's why it's a lot faster than the other techniques. All right. Okay. We have been. There's some new people here, so I want to bring them up to date. Update them. Chan meditation is what? Seeking a good knowing advisor. That's it. If you want to learn Chan, this is all I want to teach you. Okay? That's all Chan meditation is about. It's the only school in Chinese Buddhism, Chinese Mahayana, that says you want to learn Chan. Chan is about your good knowing advisor. Find a wise teacher, come and learn from that wise teacher. That's it. That's what Chan is about. That's why I want to introduce you to this good knowing advisor that's available in the U.S. Okay? His name is Heng Lai. Okay? I urge you to have a chance, if you have a chance, draw near him and seek instructions from him. Okay? And so he's a 50-year disciple of my late Chinese master, my Chinese teacher, Master YongHua, and who trained us, who taught us Chan. Okay? So I learned Chan from him. It originated from him. He also learned Chan from our teacher as well. Okay? How do you know this is someone worth studying? Because number one, okay, he's the only monk over there that I know of who dares organize a Chan Qi. Okay? You must have Kung Fu before you to organize a Chan Qi. A Chan Qi is you sit and meditate all day for 7 days, for 1 week. And then more than 1 week, multiple of 7 days. And he's the one who's organized, what is it? What is this? Let's go into present mode here. Oh, no, here's seen here. Okay. How many days is this? I don't know. 18 days maybe? 21 days? 14 days? 7 days? We don't know. We find out eventually. We didn't have time to listen to all his stuff. I never had time. So he finally, I've been waiting for this guy, this venerable monk, to organize, to teach meditation, because he's a specialist in Chan training, Chan techniques. Okay? So he's only interested in Chan, primarily interested in Chan training from our late Chinese teacher. So I've been curious as to how he trains, how he teaches Chan. Okay? And so for him to finally agree to organize a Chan Qi is incredible. It tells you a bundle about his his self-confidence, his skill level. Because you organize a chanchi, you are under attack 24 hours a day, before, during, and after. Before to stop you, during to help make you abandon, help and make people who come join there quit, and then after to teach you a lesson not to ever do it again. I speak from experience. We've been doing chantis for a long time, okay, for several years ourselves here at our temple. He's finally doing a chanti, so personally I'm very curious as to what he teaches, what he has to teach, what he learned from our teacher. Because these people are under the Master YongHua's guidance for 50 years. I don't have that kind of blessings as they do. So never had really formalized training from my teacher. Everything I learned from him is secondhand, okay, or from reading, or from watching his videos, whatever. Okay, so anyway, so that's in any case, in China, if you are a real monk, you organize a chanchi. Okay? Because once you organize it, they'll come and stop you, make sure you never dare do it again, as I said. So finally, I saw that his video of him teaching in 2018. So we're curious. So we started looking and learning, trying to learn from him. As you can tell, he's a little bit inexperienced in the sense that he's uncomfortable in front of a camera. He doesn't know what to do with the microphone, with his body, and so forth. So I'm sure he eventually will become more polished. It's not the point. The point being, you look. And number two, you look for good no advisors. Number one, again, the lineage, where they came from, and they dare organize a chanchi. Okay? And you notice, for example, his Dharma brother, the lower level one, okay, never dare organize a chanchi. Never. Okay? This guy dares organize a chanchi. Okay, and for you to say that his level is more stable than the other guy shows that you're better than the other guy already. Okay, that's how you can say those statements. So anyway, so he opened. We are on 15 minutes into his 51 minutes first video taped instructional talk. Okay, so as you missed the first part, and we don't have time to go to the first part again. The first part, it says, he opened and says, what is a Chan meditation? You do Chan in order to end birth and death. Okay, and you do Chan by sitting in full lotus. The two things came right away. He got the meat of it right away. And that's why I consider him one of the good new advisors you need to go visit and learn from. Is that clear? Okay? This is my personal opinion. Okay? But, he's very picky. I tried to pick his brains way back then, 20 years ago. He looked at me and said, "You're an idiot. Why should I bother with you? So don't be so shocked when he looks at you. You're an idiot. Why should I bother with you?" Okay, but don't take offense. That's who he is. He doesn't care what you think. Anyway, so he says, the first thing he says, he opened his mouth, he says, the purpose of Chan is to end birth and death. That's a very high goal in any kind of meditation. You see that? So it tells you right away the range of attainment of Chan. People says they can learn meditate because they want to feel better, feel more blissful, healthier, less stress. All those things, you get them naturally. It's not such low goals, low levels. Okay? If your technique brings you to the point of ending birth and death, or even higher, that shows you the range of benefit you get from this particular type of spiritual practice. Okay? So he says, basically, I interpreted for him, his instruction for him. He said, this is the range. Okay? and birth and death. I call it enlightenment. Okay? Okay. That's what he means it too. Yeah. Chan meditation is the range is from low level to all the way to enlightenment. Okay? That's this. So this is proper teaching, proper instructions right there. Not wasting time. So it's kind of nice to have a Caucasian teacher teach it to us so that we can relate to it better from a Western educated perspective, modern times, if you will. My Chinese master is Chinese, so he taught it to the Chinese, the way that he's been teaching his Chinese pupils. So it's more Chinese, more catered towards the Chinese audience. But now you have his disciples who are accomplished practitioners teach it for us, Western educated people, Western in the modern times. Okay, so he has his style of teaching. So he says the goal, the range is pretty high. Okay, the general Chan he knows is pretty high, end, birth, and death, becoming enlightened, opening your wisdom. That's what the name of the game is. Anything less than that is not worthy of your time. All right? All right, so, and number 2, he says, you meditate in order to end birth and death. And you do that you meditate by getting in full lotus. So remember, okay? So the foundation is full lotus. Now you know why I'm so impressed with the Koreans. We went to this bookstore, never knew any of these people. We said, my disciple told them, you want to meditate? Try full lotus. And they all sat in full lotus. It takes a lot of blessings. It takes a lot of training to be able to do that. Okay? Any questions? Yes.
How long and how frequently does one need to sit at minimal to help to deal with COVID-19?
I go by levels. Basically, one of these days I explain more about I report to you more about how we've been, our experience with dealing with COVID-19. My personal experience in helping people recover from near death, be the COVID-19 infection and so forth. I'm not, don't have the chance to do it yet, but eventually I will tell you. In general, I will tell you why that Chan meditation is an antidote to COVID-19, very effective, because COVID-19 is yin. Okay, this virus is yin by nature. The flu virus is yin. Okay, it requires cold and it requires moisture. The yin virus. Okay, when you meditate, when you have some skills, you generate yang qi, yang energy, which neutralizes the yin. That's why the COVID-19 cannot proliferate. When after it enters your body, you meditate, you generate yang qi, and the yang qi will destroy the yin energy. So depending on your skill level, if you meditate often like the way you recommend to you, every hour, an hour every day, okay, you generate enough yang qi yourself to neutralize the yin energy that's trying to expand throughout your body. All right? So it's self-maintenance. So when as this yin virus sends its forces out throughout your body to invade it, especially your lung area, as you meditate, your yang qi energy builds from your navel and then it starts circulating and expanding and rising. So we clear your lungs of the yin qi. And eventually it goes to the headquarters of the COVID-19 virus around your throat area here, where it's full of yin energy. Once they invade you and build a camp here, and the yang qi rises, until it hits this point here, and you go into a fight with them, and eventually, when your skill is high enough, like our level, okay, we kill, destroy the camps just like that. Too easy for us. So don't trust my word. Don't say my word is not the Bible. Okay. Trust the fact you need to build. Understand you need to build the fact you need to build your yang qi to the point where it's strong enough so that it can go up here and destroy the enemy's camp. The COVID-19, the flu virus camps up here. Okay? That's how you protect yourself. So, for example, those of you who are practicing to sit in your posture and sit in full lotus, the pain you experience actually is generating a yang qi. Okay? It builds up in your navel and it rises. It rises. It clears your lungs. So there's no way the virus and its allies can destroy your lungs. Okay? So you clear out the yin qi in the lungs, and then you go up here and destroy the camps. That's the Buddhist scientific way of explaining to you why we are not afraid of the COVID-19 and why that's how we kill them. Okay, naturally we kill them because when the yang forces energy is stronger than the yin energy, of course the yin will be destroyed. As simple as that. So it's not so much how many hours, or it's about your skill level. Okay, so keep practicing, keep enduring those leg pains because it destroys the COVID-19 virus. If your legs are in pain and it hurts so much, okay, it actually is destroying the virus right now. It's very helpful. So endure the leg pains because it protects your body against the virus. It destroys the virus through the heat generated by your pain, by your discomfort. All right? So I don't have a specific answer for you because you would not believe me anyway. I'm no doctor. Why would you believe me that doing this will protect your lives? You should find out for yourself. Sit longer and longer and longer. Improve your skills to the point where you can learn to defend yourself. And you find out like the rest of us, okay? There's no way that we are not infected. So many people who are infected came to our temple and none of us is infected. None of us. Since December, we've been fighting this virus. We've been helping people with this virus. Okay? All right? So it's facts. It's not promises. Okay? So fundamentally, again, if you generate enough yang qi, it will neutralize the virus because this COVID-19 virus, yin qi, is very, very weak. It's just a flu. It's a flu yin qi, that's all. It's just a flu, that's all. And then it collaborates with the lung virus to kill you. It itself cannot kill you. It's too weak. It collaborates with the other underlying viruses in your body to kill you. It itself, by itself, it cannot kill you. It's too weak. Okay? That's why we're not afraid of this flu virus at all. All right? Any other questions? Okay. Then, anyway, so let's continue listening to this Dharma Master for a few minutes. All right? His name is Heng Lai.
And he would tell us the story about the 3 Pagodas monk, who back in the old China, there was a practice where monks would go around and recite sutras at funerals and other events to make money. And they were really looked down on. And they were just out there to scam people for money by reciting sutras. And there was this one monk who just finished reciting for a funeral, and it was midnight, it was late at night, and he had to get back to the monastery. He starts walking. So he's cutting through by people's houses.
Okay, one comment. This is a Western perspective of looking at the Chinese way monks back then. In China, they still do it now. In Taiwan, China, in Asia. When people, your family, households have person being deceased, they would come to the household and recite sutras for the deceased. It's very good practice. It's not scamming them at all. Okay, if you're a monk, you go to someone's house to recite sutras for them. It's a very good thing for the family. Okay, it's a good service to the families, to the deceased. So I would respectfully disagree with him. This is Western perspective. He doesn't know enough about this important process of reciting sutras because it helps the deceased, it helps the family. So it's very good practice. It should be preserved. It should be honored. And we should do it here in this country as well. So this, see again, he's from a pure Chan perspective. So just like him before, I didn't understand these issues until my disciples have these problems and I had to do it for them. And I said I would understand later why it's important. Okay, so it's typical for many monks to go and recite for the deceased, which is very good practice.
This woman heard this noise out there, and the dog started barking, and she said, "Go see what the dog's barking about," told her husband. The husband looked out the window, and in China, their windows, they don't have any glass in them. They're just windows. And so he stuck his head out and sees the monk walking by. He said, "Oh, it's just that sutra reciting ghost. He's just finding sutras." And so the monk heard him say that, and he felt really bad. He said, "Oh, is this how people see me? I always thought I was a serious cultivator of sutras, and now this person's calling me a ghost."
师父以前曾经常常讲这个故事，就是说以前在中国有3个出家人。他们都是去外面有去做 funeral， 就是那个赶经腔，然后他以为他很用功的去那个念经，但是有一个男生在他的家里面，他听到声音，看到那个法师在讲那个念经，然后他的老婆问他是什么，然后那个老公说哦是鬼，就是鬼，然后那个法师听到之后觉得很惭愧，就是他们只是觉得自己好像就是看到鬼。
So he kept walking and feeling really bad. And then the storm started to manifest over him. So he got under a bridge and it started pouring rain and thunder and lightning and everything. And so he said, "Well, I can't really walk in this stuff, so I'll just meditate here." So he got himself in the full lotus and started meditating. And these 2 ghosts came out of the river and looked at him, and then they started bowing to him.
所以那个法师在外面的时候，刚好有那个大雨水，就是台风啊，大雨，然后他就觉得现在我先打坐，然后他盘腿打坐，然后有人 人之鬼在那个水走出来，看到他在打坐，然后他就跟他礼拜报。
And the monks, now this monk had a little bit of spiritual penetrations. He was able to see ghosts, but because he'd done so much reciting of the sutras in the past, and he's mostly for funerals, he got to see ghosts. It didn't really freak him out. It didn't get all upset. He said, "Oh, I've seen ghosts before, but why are they bowing to me?"
所以这个法师他以前他看到鬼，但是他不怕，因为他以前都是去不同的 funeral， 就是跟人家，所以他看到，但是他觉得奇怪，诶，为什么这个人之鬼跟我礼拜呢？
So he still sat there meditating, and the ghost. Then he heard the ghosts talking between themselves, and the ghosts are saying, "Wow, look at that golden pagoda. We really should bow to it because it's got Shrira in it, relics of the Buddha, and we really need to bow to this. It's very special, so we'll continue to bow." So the monk understood. Oh, that's why they're bowing. They don't see me as a monk; they see a pagoda.
所以这人之鬼他在礼拜那个法师，然后那个法师听到这人之鬼在讲，哦，我们有恭敬的那个塔去拜，因为这个塔里面有佛舍利子，对，所以这个法师就看到，诶，他不是看到我是一个法师，他看到我是一个塔，还有舍利子。
And so he's sitting there, and they're bowing to him, and his legs are starting to really hurt. It's about a half hour goes by, his legs are really hurting. He's not used to sitting Chan, he's used to reciting sutras. So his legs really hurt. He said, I got to go to the half lotus. So he went to half lotus, where he put one foot down under his other leg. And as soon as he did that, his golden pagoda turned to a silver pagoda. Silver.
说这个法师他做双盘之后，他觉得有一点累，所以他把他的双盘变成单盘，然后本来是金色的金塔，现在是银塔。
So the ghosts started talking to each other again and said, "Well, what do we do now? It's this turn from gold to silver." Well, silver is still valuable. We should probably still bow. So they kept bowing. And this went on for a while, and then the monk's legs still really hurt. So he finally just couldn't take it, and he put both his legs out in a relaxed position. And as soon as he did that, the ghost saw nothing but a pile of mud.
所以这个法师他把双盘变成单盘，但是他的腿真是很痛，所以他没有办法。但是那个鬼说：“哎，这个塔现在是银饰，不是金饰，怎么办？”另外一只鬼说：“也没所谓，都是银饰，都是很珍贵的。”然后，但是那个法师那个腿很累，所以他把它松起来，然后。这两个鬼看到的这不是塔，看到是一盘礼盘，礼巴。
So now these two ghosts are really ugly, and they go, "Oh, mud! We're getting cheated here. Somebody's playing a game on us or something. Let's go destroy that pile of mud." So they started to run up towards the mud. They were going to beat it with sticks or something. So this monk saw these two angry, ugly ghosts start charging at him. And he goes, "Uh-oh, trouble." And so he immediately put his legs back up in full lotus again, forgot about the pain completely. And as soon as he did that, the ghosts stopped in their tracks and said, "Oh, it's back to gold again."
所以这两只鬼看到那个礼盘，他 很生气，要把他去打那个泥盘。然后那个法师看到这人之鬼很生气的走过来，他就说：“哎，怎么办？”他就把他的腿盘起来，来宣盘。然后这人之鬼一看，哎，现在又是金塔了，所以他们就停了。
So this went on, so the monk stayed in full lotus, he didn't dare put his legs down, and they stopped hurting completely. And the storm stopped, and so he's able to get up, and when he got up, the ghost saw that it was just a monk as soon as he stood up, and they said, "Oh, this is boring," so they just went back to the river again. And he went back to his monastery, but he had a new resolve. He says, from this experience, I'm going to really cultivate and wake up, and not do the sutra peddling anymore. I'm going to just do cultivation and do chan.
所以这个法师，这人之鬼看到那个法师，是金塔之后，他们就继续，很庄严的去礼拜。然后那个法师就是觉得，然后那个大雨，那个风已经停了。然后那个法师就回去他的精舍，然后觉得我以后都不要继续去念经，我要专心的去打坐。
And so he did. He went back and he cultivated very hard, and he kaiwud, as they say in Chinese. He woke up to the way. He became enlightened. And they called him the great master pressured by ghost.
所以这个法师他回去之后，他很用功，然后开悟了，然后人家都叫他，他们叫他鬼臂禅师。
So the master Shifu used to tell us these kind of stories in the Chan, during the Chan. So it would encourage us to keep going. And our Chans back in those days would be 3 weeks to a month in the wintertime, typically.
所以师父以前都是跟我们要好好去用功，以前的。都有很长时间，是3个星期到1个月的，去禅修。
All right, time is up. So I just want to conclude by telling you that this is a story of a monk who was reciting sutras for the deceased to support his practice. And then he became specialist in Chan meditation. This story here was recounted by our late Chinese master, and it has a few points that you may want to notice. Number one, Chan meditation helped this monk here become enlightened very quickly. So it's a very effective form of practice, okay? And number two, he was motivated. So if you really are motivated and you have the proper technique, you can reach your goal. And that's the moral of the story. All right? Any questions before we end today's session? Okay, thank you all for coming. We'll see you next time.